All right, guys, so we're going to do notes a little differently today. We're going to try it, and we'll see how it goes. Hopefully you guys can give me some feedback in the comments like you usually do. Excuse me, sorry guys, I'm losing my voice. So this will be formatted in just one format, and we'll see how that goes, and then I'll go from there, okay? All right, guys, so 6-9, we're going to do markups and discounts. So these are set up just like your notes. Your notes are different. They're not going to be handwritten. These ones are actually typed out. So yeah, like I said before, I know the notes weren't kind of like how I talked about the day before, but now they're, there's boxes. It's set up more of a structure. And we'll go, yeah, this is what we're going to be using from this point forward. So let's get into it. So at the very top, we have all your vocabulary for the entire section. So we're not going to break it up by, by example. We're just going to do them all at once. So the first one we have is markup. So a markup is when stores charge more for merchandise than what they pay for it to make a profit. So if they buy something for $4, they're not going to sell it for $4 because they want to make a profit. So they mark it up. And so they would sell it for $6 or whatever. Okay. Then we have percent increase. So the percent increase is the percent of the markup. So however, it's finding the percentage that they increased it in, just like we talked about yesterday, the percent of increase. Okay. Then we have discounts. A discount is the amount the price of an item decreases when it goes on sale. So this, if they can't sell an item, they'll, do a discount or a sale. And so that's what that is. And then percent of discount is the percent of the decrease in the price. So the percent of the discount. All right. So our first section we're going to do is finding markups. All right. So I'm going to be writing on the screen like usual. Yeah, so let's try it, okay? So example 1, we're going to find a markup. So a grocery store has a 20% markup on a can of soup. The can of soup costs the store $1.25. So we're going to find the markup. So when we're doing markups, we're going to use an equation, and that's what we're going to put right here. So for a markup, we're going to have the percent. Oh, sorry, guys. We're going to have the percent of markup All right, sorry for here, let me fix this, guys. I don't like how messy this is. So we have the percent of markup times the store's cost. Okay. Whoops. Can't spell store. All right, so our percent of markups, remember whenever we're doing this, guys, we are going to use the percentage as a decimal, okay? So our percent was 20%, and so take a second, if you need to pause this, pause it, but take a second to find 20% as a decimal. All right, so hopefully you took some time to turn 20% into a decimal. You should have gotten 0.2. You don't need that 0, just that 0.2. All right. Sorry, guys, this is new. We're trying this out today, okay? And then we're multiplying it by the store's cost. So what did the store pay for it? And so if you look at your problem, they paid $1.25 for it. So $1.25. So we have 0.2 times 1.25. So take a second to do that math. Pause the video if you need to. All right. So when you did 0.2 times 1.25, you should have gotten 0.25. All right. So, and we're talking about money. So if they marked up the price of $1.25 by 20%, they did a markup of, and again, we're writing this as money, of 25 cents. Okay? So this is how I'm going to do it. All of our check understanding is at the end of this section. So we're going to do it at the end. If you want, you can fast forward to the end of this and just do the check understanding first, or you can just wait till the end and then we'll go over it together, okay? So right now we're going to move on to example 2. So this is where we're not just finding the markup, you know, what they marked it up for or how much they marked it up for. We're going to find the actual new selling price after that markup, okay? So we have a bookstore pays $4.50 for a novel. The percent markup is 45%. We're going to find the novel's selling price, okay? So again, we're not just finding the markup, we're finding the actual selling price. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to multiply to find the markup, okay? So this is kind of set up a little differently than how you guys had it. Oops, sorry. Okay, so I'm going to write right above it, but that's what would be to the left, okay? So we're going to multiply to find the markup, okay? So first things first, we find the markup. We take the percent times the store's cost, all right? So remember percent, so 45% as a decimal in order to multiply it. So if you need to, pause the video right here. So again, 45% as a decimal is 0.45. All right. We're multiplying that times the cost, excuse me, the store's cost, and that was $4.50. All right. So take a second, pause this video, and figure out what 0.45 times 4.50 is. Again, you may use calculators or you can do it longhand, whatever works best for you. So when you did that, you should have gotten 2.025, okay? So it's a little bit longer than normal money. So what we're going to do is we're going to round in this next section, okay? So we found 2.025. So we're going to take the, the store's cost, or what they pay, okay? And we are going to add that markup, okay? Now again, we have to round because 0.025 is too much for change. So we're going to take a look at that 2. We're going to again look at that 5, and we're going to round up. So if there's 5 next door to it, it should become, hopefully you said it, 2.03. So we're going to add $4.50 to $2.03. Pause the video for a second to figure that out. Hopefully you paused it and did it. You should have gotten $6.53. Okay. Now to put this into words, we kind of talked it out. We have the store's cost plus the markup. This is to the right of what we just did. Whoops. Okay. So plus the markup, and it should equal the selling price. Okay. Now, we found 6.53, so the selling price is, hopefully you're saying it, $6.53. Okay? So that's how we find the selling price. So first we did the markup in that first problem, and then we were finding the selling price. So in order to find the selling price, we had to first do what we did in example 1, and then add another step for that one, okay? All right, now we're finding discounts. So you guys notice this is similar to what we did in our last example in 6-8. We're just applying it to real world, okay? Example 3, we're going to find the discount. So we're finding the decrease, okay? So our problem is a camera that regularly sells for $210 is on sale for 30% off. So we're going to find the discount. So our equation doesn't change too much. We're still going to multiply. There's only one difference. Okay, so instead of multiplying the percent of markup, we're multiplying by the percent of discount. So not too big of a change, okay? Sorry, guys. And we're still multiplying that by the regular price. And again, apologize for my messy handwriting. I'm working on getting a pen. One that I can use on my iPad. All right, so again, we're going to do the percent of discount times the regular price. And again, we're going to turn the 30% into a decimal. So take a second to do that. Pause the video if you need to. Hopefully you pause the video. So 30% as a decimal, you should have 0.3. So remember that 0 after there doesn't really matter, so we're just going to do 0.3. And we're multiplying that again by the regular price, which is $210. Okay, so take out your calculators, take out your scratch paper, whatever you're going to use, and you're going to multiply that 0.3 times 210. So hopefully you paused the video and took time to do that. So 0.3 times 210 should be 63. Okay, so hopefully you got 63%. So our so our discount is, so the price was $63. So saying the discount on a camera that costs $210 is now, it goes down by $63. Okay. So just like what we did with finding the markups or finding the selling price, now we're going to find the sale price. So we figured out how to find the discount. So now we're going to figure out how to find the sale price. So the price of the item after the discount. Okay. So in this one, there's two methods. You can use either one. They both work pretty well. So yeah, you'll see after this one, you can choose whichever one you want when you do the check understanding. Okay. So our problem for this is a video game that regularly sells for $39.95 is on sale for 20% off. What is the sale price? Okay, so for method 1, we're first going to find the discount and then find the sale price. Okay, so first we're going to find the discount. All right, so again with discount, remember we take the percent of discount. And again, we multiply it by the regular price. My funky looking R. Okay, so again, we have to take our percent of discount and we need to turn it into a decimal. So our percent of discount is 20%. So take a second and convert 20% to a decimal. Hopefully you pause the video to do this. So when you convert 20% to a decimal, you should have gotten 0.2. And we're multiplying by the regular price, which was $39.95. Okay. So take your calculators, take your scratch paper, and work that problem really quick. So 0.2 times 39.95. All right, so hopefully you paused the video to do that. You should have gotten 7.99, all right? So that's the first step. We just found the discount. So we know that we get $7.99 off. Now we're going to calculate the sale price using that discount we just found. So the formula for sale price, we're going to take the regular price. Oops, sorry guys. And we are subtracting the discount. All right, so the regular price we have here, $39.95, and we are subtracting the discount, which we figured out was $7.99. Okay, so now, again, take your calculators, take your scratch paper, whatever you choose, pause the video and figure out what 39.95 minus 7.99 is. All right, so you should have gotten 31.96. All right, so our sale price should be $31.96. Okay, so again, this is just one way. I'm going to show you the second way right now. And if, we did it correctly, they should both be the same. Okay? Again, whenever you need to, just pause these videos or rewind. Okay? All right, so method 2, we're just going to find the sale price directly. We're not going to have to do 2 steps. It's just going to be 1. So for sale price, basically all we need to do, so this, take a look at these directions. So the sale price equals 100% of the regular price minus 20% of the regular price. So sale price, we're going to take 100 because that's the largest things can be, right? And we're going to subtract 20%. So 100% minus 20%. minus the regular price. So we're just diving straight into that percentage. So 100% minus 20%, we should get, hopefully you said 80%. I'm going to put that up here because we're just going to write the decimal directly into the problem that's going to go here. Okay, so we should have 80% when you convert it into a decimal. Hopefully we're converting it right now. So 80% as a decimal should be 0.8. And we are multiplying that. So you should have 0.8 times the regular price. All right, so again, our regular price is $39.95. We're multiplying that by 8. So these are being multiplied. Here, I'm going to scoot that closer so you can see that. So remember, parentheses represent multiplication. Okay? So again, you can use your calculators, use your paper, pause the video if you need to. But when you multiply 0.8 times $39.95, you should get, again, hopefully pause the video, you should get $31 or 31.96. So the sale price is $31.96. So they match. So we know we did it correctly. All right, so you can use either one of these methods as we when you do the last problem for practicing. They both work. Whichever one you feel more comfortable with, go ahead and do that one, okay? All right, so now we're going to move on to our check understanding. All right, so the first problem, make sure you pause and are doing these. If you want, you can do them one by one, or you can just do them all at once and check after. Either of those is fine. However you best feel comfortable doing it, okay? So right now we're going to go into practicing it. I'm going to give about 5 seconds in between each one to make sure if you want to pause it, you can pause it, okay? All right, so our first problem, number 1, a clothing store pays $56 for a jacket. The store's percent markup is 75%. Find the markup for the jacket. So one thing I'm going to say, you might notice that there's 4 check understanding and there's 4 examples. They do correspond to those. So number 1 is example 1, number 2, example 2, and so on, okay? All right, so we're going to use the formula we learned for example 1, and we're going to take the percent of markup as a decimal. So you should have gotten 0.75 for 75% as a decimal, and you should have multiplied it. Excuse me, guys, sorry. You should have multiplied it by 56. All right, and so when you multiply those, 0.75 times 56, you should have gotten 42. So the markup, I'm not going to make you guys write out this sample sentence, but make sure you write it correctly in the sense that, so find the markup for the jacket. So you should have written the markup was $42. Make sure you put that $sign, okay? That $sign is very important. All right, so I'm going to give you 5 seconds, and we're going to move on to the next one. Pause if you need to. All right, so for number 2, there again, we're doing example 2, so we're finding the selling price. So a $5 cap has a 70% markup. So this one, they just gave us the markup. So remember, or sorry, they didn't give us the markup. So first things first, we need to find the markup. So we take our markup, our percentage as a decimal, so 70% as a decimal is 0.7. We multiply it by the store's price, which was $5. Okay? So when we multiply that together, you should have multiplied 0.7 times 5, and you should have gotten 3.5. All right, and again, there's that second step. We have to take the store's cost plus the markup to get our selling price. So remember, the store's cost was 5, and we need to add the markup, which was 3.5. All right, and that should equal 8.5. Now remember, we don't stop there. Okay, so the selling price was, again, you need to write it with the correct symbols, $8.50. Okay, I'm going to put a square around this one too, just to make sure. All right, I'm going to wait 5 seconds. We'll do the next one. All right, so for this next one, For example 3, finding the discount. So pants priced at excuse me, at $21.99 are marked 15% off, and we're going to find the discount. So remember, for this, to find the discount, we take the percent of discount times the regular price. So the percent of discount was 15%, so we write that as a decimal, so 0.15, and we multiply that times 21.99. Okay, so when you multiply those together, you should have gotten 3.30. Sorry, that decimal is very small. Okay, so when we find the discount, remember it's money, so we need to rewrite it. You should have gotten $3.30. I'm emphasizing, writing it as money, because if you don't do that on a test, I do have to mark it wrong. Okay, it's just like when you have a measurement. If you don't put the measurement, you do get half off. Okay. All right, so I'm going to wait 5 seconds if you need to pause the video for the last problem, and then we'll be done. All right, so hopefully you pause the video, or if you needed so method, then find the sale price. All right, so as a reminder, the video game cost $39 and 25%, and 25% as a decimal is 0.25, and we had to multiply that by the original price, so 39.95. Discount, which was 25%, and you should have gotten 29.96. There was more, but okay. Oh, I apologize. This is method 2. I accidentally did method 2 first. I am so sorry. Okay, so going straight to it. So we found the discount here. So now sorry guys, rewind. It is method 1. Sorry if I'm confusing you, okay? So we found the discount, okay? So we found the discount here. So now we need to calculate the sale price from the discount. So we take our regular price, which is $39.95. All right, and we subtract the discount, which again was right here. So we subtract 29.96. Okay, so you should have, you know what, we're just going to go back to the first part of this problem, okay? I apologize, guys. This video is so long and it's too hard to go back and restart this to go over my mistake. But again, we've always talked about everybody makes mistakes, right? Okay, so let's try this one more time. Again, I apologize profusely, guys. Okay, so method 1, we find the discount. So first we're going to find the discount, okay? Again, we need to take the percent of discount times the original price. So the percent of discount, just underlined here, is 25%. We write it as a decimal, 0.25, and then we have times 39.95. This is where I went wrong. That does not equal that number I initially got. But if you multiply 0.25 times 39.95, if you want to take a sec to do that, pause the video. But you should get 9 point, and again, I rounded because I got more than this. But when I rounded, you should have gotten 9.99. Okay? So that's the discount. That's how much money you get off. Okay? So now we're going to take that and we're going to now find the sale price. And again, the sale price is where you take the original price, okay, and you subtract the discount that you just found. So this is where I had gone wrong. All right. So when we do that, 39.95 minus 9.99, take a second if you need to, pause it, okay? But when you do that, this is when you should get, and I'm going to save some space by doing this, you should have gotten 29.96, so your answer should be 29.96, okay? So $29.96. So again, that was method 1 in doing that. For method 2, again, pause the video if you need to, guys. Oops, sorry. Okay, for method 2, we're just going to go straight to the, excuse me, we're going to go straight to the sale price. Okay, so remember, it's going to be 100% minus our percent of discount. So again, we are doing 25%. So 100 minus 25%. All that times the regular price, which is $39.95. Okay, when you subtract 100% minus 25%, you should get 75%. We're going to convert that straight into a decimal, which should be 0.75. And we're going to move all this down. So we should have 0.75 times 39.95. So again, if we did all this correct, we should have the same answer for both method 1 and method 2. All right, so when you take your calculator or your scratch paper and you multiply 0.75 times 39.95, you should get $29.96. So $29.96. So if we check, we've got $29.96 here, and we also have it here. So we did it correctly. All right, guys, so your homework for tonight will be posted in the instructions for this assignment. Again, if you have any questions, any comments, any concerns, please, please, please email me, leave a comment, whatever it is. Tomorrow, Wednesday, we will not have any homework. It'll be a video chat day, so leave a comment in this. You can leave a comment in this assignment for any times that you're available to do a video chat tomorrow, okay? So again, you guys are doing awesome with all this. Please, please, please let me know whenever you need help.